Have you ever questioned the nature of reality? The idea that our universe is a simulation, a sophisticated computer program, has fascinated philosophers and scientists for centuries. From ancient Greek musings to modern computer simulations, the concept of a simulated universe has always lingered in human thought. Today, with the rapid advancement of technology, particularly in virtual reality, the simulation hypothesis has gained renewed traction. We create increasingly complex virtual worlds, blurring the lines between the digital and the real. This begs the question, could we ourselves be living in a simulation, oblivious to the true nature of our existence? The implications of this idea are profound. It challenges our fundamental understanding of reality, the self, and our place in the universe. We will explore the technological and philosophical underpinnings of this idea, examining the clues that suggest our universe might be a sophisticated computer program. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence supporting the simulation hypothesis comes from computer science. As we create increasingly realistic virtual worlds, it's not a far leap to imagine a civilization far more advanced than ours capable of simulating an entire universe. The exponential growth in computing power, as predicted by Moore's law, suggests that we are on a trajectory to create simulations indistinguishable from reality. If we extrapolate this trend, it's plausible that a civilization millions of years ahead of us could possess the computational capacity to simulate consciousness and our perceived reality. The laws of physics, often described as elegant mathematical equations, bear a striking resemblance to lines of computer code. Could these similarities be mere coincidence, or do they point to a deeper truth about the nature of our reality? Quantum mechanics, the branch of physics that governs the subatomic world, presents us with a reality far stranger than fiction. Particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously, and the act of observation itself influences the outcome of experiments. These bizarre phenomena could be interpreted as glitches in the simulation. Just as a software bug can cause unexpected behavior, these quantum quirks might be evidence of limitations or errors in the simulation we inhabit. The more we learn about the universe, the more it seems to resemble a product of design rather than a random collection of particles and forces. Beyond the scientific clues, the simulation hypothesis finds support in philosophical arguments that have intrigued thinkers for millennia. One such argument stems from the principle of indifference, suggesting that in the absence of evidence to the contrary, we should assign equal probability to all possible explanations for a phenomenon. Given the possibility that an advanced civilization could create a universe simulation, the principle of indifference suggests that the simulation hypothesis should be given serious consideration. Another compelling argument is that our perception of reality is inherently limited. We experience the world through our senses, which filter and interpret information based on our biological and cognitive constraints. If reality is ultimately an information processing system, then our perception of it is necessarily a limited and subjective interpretation. Despite the compelling evidence and arguments in favor of the simulation hypothesis, it is not without its critics. Skeptics argue that the hypothesis is inherently untestable and therefore unscientific. They point out that even if we were living in a simulation, we would have no way of definitively proving it, as any evidence we find could be part of the simulation itself. Others argue that the vast computational power required to simulate an entire universe, down to the quantum level, makes the hypothesis implausible. They contend that it would be more energy efficient for an advanced civilization to explore the real universe rather than create a simulated one. Despite these counter-arguments, the simulation hypothesis remains a tantalizing possibility, challenging our most fundamental assumptions about reality. If our reality is indeed a simulation, the implications for humanity are profound and far-reaching. It would fundamentally alter our understanding of the universe, our place in it, and the meaning of existence itself. Our history, our achievements, our very identities could all be revealed as constructs within a larger digital reality. The nature of free will would come into question. If our actions are predetermined by the parameters of the simulation, are we truly responsible for our choices? This has implications for our legal systems and moral codes. The search for extraterrestrial life would take on a new dimension. Instead of searching for physical beings on distant planets, we might be looking for evidence of other simulated universes or even the creators of our own simulation. Despite the existential uncertainty it introduces, the simulation hypothesis also offers a strange sense of hope. If our reality is a simulation, it suggests that we are not alone in the universe, and that there exists a higher intelligence capable of creating worlds. Scientists would seek to uncover the underlying code of the simulation, looking for glitches or anomalies that could reveal the true nature of our existence. Philosophers would grapple with the ethical and existential implications of living in a simulated world, questioning the meaning of free will and consciousness. Our understanding of the universe would undergo a paradigm shift, potentially leading to new discoveries and technologies. If reality is information, as the simulation hypothesis suggests, then manipulating that information could unlock unimaginable possibilities. The boundaries between the physical and the digital would continue to blur, potentially leading to virtual realms indistinguishable from reality. The simulation hypothesis is likely to remain a topic of intense debate and speculation for years to come. As technology continues to advance, blurring the lines between the real and the virtual, the idea of a simulated reality will become increasingly plausible. Future experiments in quantum computing and particle physics may reveal further clues about the true nature of our reality, potentially providing evidence to support or refute the simulation hypothesis. Advances in artificial intelligence could lead to the creation of simulated consciousness, further blurring the lines between the real and the artificial. The implications of the simulation hypothesis extend far beyond science and philosophy, potentially revolutionizing our understanding of religion, spirituality, and the meaning of life itself. In the face of such existential uncertainty, how are we to live our lives? One approach is to embrace the mystery and wonder of the unknown. The simulation hypothesis, regardless of its veracity, serves as a powerful reminder of the vastness of the universe and the limits of our understanding. Rather than being paralyzed by uncertainty, we can use it as fuel for curiosity and exploration. The search for truth, whether it lies within a simulation or beyond it, is a journey worth taking. It challenges us to question our assumptions, expand our horizons, and embrace the unknown. As technology increasingly shapes our lives, blurring the lines between the physical and the virtual, it is essential to consider the implications for our humanity. Are we becoming more than biological beings, merging with technology to create a new form of existence? The simulation hypothesis also raises intriguing questions about the nature of belief and its power to shape our reality. If our world is a simulation, then our thoughts, beliefs, and expectations could potentially influence the very fabric of our digital existence. The placebo effect, for example, demonstrates the power of belief to influence our physical and mental states. Studies have shown that people who believe they are receiving a treatment, even if it is a placebo, often experience real physiological changes. If our reality is ultimately information, then our beliefs and expectations could act as filters, shaping our perception of the digital information that constitutes our world. This raises the possibility that we have a greater degree of influence over our reality than we previously thought. By focusing on positive, empowering beliefs, we may be able to create a more fulfilling and meaningful existence, both for ourselves and for others. The simulation hypothesis, while a fascinating and thought-provoking idea, should not distract us from the enduring questions that have captivated humanity for millennia. Regardless of whether we are living in a simulation or base reality, the fundamental questions of existence remain the same. What is the meaning of life? What is our place in the universe? What is the nature of consciousness? These are questions that each individual must grapple with. The simulation hypothesis, if anything, serves to amplify these questions, reminding us of the vastness of the unknown and the importance of seeking answers. It challenges us to think critically, to question our assumptions, and to embrace the mystery and wonder of existence. In the end, the simulation hypothesis is just that, a hypothesis. It reminds us that the universe is full of surprises and that the more we learn, the more we realize how much we don't know.